Pablo Escobar was so rich, rats were eating $2 billion of his cash every year. He was so powerful, he built his own prison and he walked out whenever he wanted. He was so violent, he bombed an entire plane full of people just to kill one man. You people are not ready for this man's story. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, he wasn't born into money. He came from a lower middle class family in Colombia. His mom was a school teacher and his dad was a farmer. But from young, it was obvious this guy had ambition and no fear. They say that he once told his friends, I might be poor now, but I'm not going to die poor. And he meant it. He started small, he was selling fake diplomas, he was selling gravestones, he would steal the gravestones, scrub off the names, resell. But once he found the cocaine trade, everything in that man's life changed. In the 1970s, Escobar co-founded what would become the Medellin cartel. At its peak, his cartel controlled about 80% of the world's cocaine supply. 80%! That's not an exaggeration. He was smuggling about 15 tons of cocaine a day into the US alone. That kind of volume, it made him richer than some countries now. By the late 80s, Forbes listed him as one of the richest men in the world. At that time, his estimated net worth was over $25 billion. In today's money, that's about $80 billion. Cash was coming in so fast. They couldn't launder it quick enough. His brother Roberto Escobar, he said that they were losing about 10% of it yearly to rats, water damage, that kind of thing. That's $2 billion gone, just like that. That's how much excess money they had. But Escobar did not just want money. He wanted power, he wanted respect, he wanted to be loved. So he started positioning himself as a man of the people. He built football fields, built schools, clinics, handed out cash in the slums. He built entire neighborhoods for the poor. In Medellin today, some people still call him Don Pablo and they pray at his grave. There's even a barrio named after him. Yeah. But all that charity, it was also a strategy. He was buying loyalty. Because behind the Robin Hood image that he had, there was a man running the deadliest criminal empire. And when the Colombian government decided to come for him, he declared full-on war, literal war, judges, journalists, police, presidential candidates, anybody that stood in his way, he had them targeted. His motto was plata o plomo, silver or lead, take the bribe or take a bullet. And if you thought you were untouchable, think again. When presidential candidate Luis Carlos Galan, he refused to back down from his anti-drug stance, Escobar had him shot at a rally in front of a big crowd. When Justice Minister Rodrigo Lara Bonilla spoke up, he was gunned down too on Escobar's instructions. Escobar even funded an attack on Colombia's Supreme Court in 1985. He used M19 guerrillas to storm the place, burn extradition documents. Over 100 people died, including 11 Supreme Court justices, all to erase his name from one list. This man didn't care. But the worst was probably Avianca Flight 203. In 1989, Escobar got intel that another presidential candidate, Cesar Gaviria, he was flying on that commercial plane. So he planted a bomb. The plane exploded mid-air, killed 107 people. Gaviria was not even on the flight. He survived. Everybody else did not. Just to kill one man, Escobar took out an entire plane of innocent civilians. The Colombian government, with the help from the US, DEA, they declared all-out war. They formed a special unit. It was called the Search Block, just to hunt him down. But Escobar still found a way to win, temporarily. In 1991, he made a deal. He agreed to surrender and stop his crimes. But in exchange, he wouldn't be extradited to the US. And he wanted to build his own prison. And they agreed. He did. It was called La Catedral. It wasn't a prison. It was more like a palace. That man had a jacuzzi now, a nightclub, a bar, a waterfall, a soccer pitch. He even built a life-size dollhouse for his daughter on the grounds. He picked the guards by himself. Let's be honest, they were not there to watch him. They were there to protect him. No government official ever stepped foot inside unless he was invited. From that prison, he kept running his empire as if nothing had changed, until he messed up. Two of his top men, they went missing after a money dispute. Now, the rumor was that he had them tortured and killed inside on the grounds of La Catedral. That was the final straw. In 1992, the government moved to transfer him to a real jail, but Escobar had already planned his exit. When they came for him, he just walked out of the back door of his prison, and then he vanished for the next 16 months. Oh, Colombia was turned inside out, upside down, looking for him. Escobar was a ghost, always one step ahead. But something new entered the mix. A vigilante group called Los Pepes. Those people were targeting everybody linked to Escobar. Lawyers, accountants, family, friends. And here is where it gets mad, okay? Some say that the Los Pepes, that they were being fed intel by the very police who were supposed to be arresting Escobar. Others say the Cali cartel funded them. This is another cartel. But the theory that is, they say that the CIA was looking the other way and that they let the Los Pepes do the dirty work. Whatever the truth is, the timing was too perfect, okay? Then by the end of 1993, Escobar was weak. He was isolated. He was always on the run. And on 2nd of December, just one day after his 44th birthday, he made a phone call to his son. That call was traced. Police stormed the house in the middle of Medellin. Escobar tried to escape across the rooftop with one bodyguard. There was exchange of gunfire and Escobar was shot and killed. Officially, the police took the credit for his killing. But his family insists that he shot himself through the ear, just like he always said that he would do. You can decide what you want to believe. Over 25,000 people came to his funeral. Some mourned, cried. Others just came to confirm and make sure that this man was dead. And while the Medellin cartel died with him, Escobar's name did not disappear. His story only got louder even after his death. He's on t-shirts, he's in TV shows, in rap lyrics. His house is now a tourist stop. His hippos, he smuggled 4 hippos into his zoo. Now they have multiplied. There is over 100 of them roaming wild in Colombia, causing ecological problems and chaos. The government is still trying to fix this hippo problem. Pablo Escobar is gone, but the chaos that he left behind is still alive in the rivers, in the headlines, in the myths, in the madness. That's Pablo Escobar. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy stories like this, please follow me. I tell these stories all the time.